Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now time for the best real estate podcast online. It is time for Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live with Mike and Dave Elkins, presented by Elite Realty Group.
Let's drop some real estate information today for you, as we try to do each and every time that we hit live and go here on this show. We bring you some information of value concerning the real estate industry. So today we're going to talk about 7 small home flaws, but they can be a big deal for buyers. Now, in no way are we telling you that you've got to go fix all this stuff.
No.
Because sometimes it is what it is. You know what I mean? Your house is what it is. A home you're buying is what it is, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. But these can be major turnoffs to people that could potentially purchase your home, or could be big deals for you of a home that you potentially purchase. So number one is, and this has got a dual effect right here, okay, and we're going to talk about that. Number one, in no particular order of the 7, is an old electrical panel.
Yes.
Now, when I say that, I'm talking about the old fuses, fuse boxes,
right.
They used to call them. Now they call them, of course, an electrical panel, but it used to be the fuse box, because literally there was fuses, right? That you just twisted them in. They were in an old, like a glass, thing, and they twist them in there. Now, there's a couple of reasons why that's a big deal for a lot of buyers sometimes. One is, there's certain types of loans that, if you've got an old fuse box in your house and not an up-to-date electrical panel, it won't even pass inspection or appraisal because of now. So how can that be a big deal? Well, if they can't get a loan on the house to purchase it, that could be a potentially big deal, right? The other thing is, a lot of the old ones are hard. Some of them is even impossible for you to add more circuits, more fuses, whatever you want to call it, to. So should they want to put in a new plug for whatever, they can't even do that. So a lot of people look at those, and it's always looked at in an inspection and an appraisal. Is that right? Got anything to say about that?
I've got a lot of, that's what I'm saying, that's a very common thing. A lot of times people go, if we know we're going into an older house, that's one of the first things that they want to go look at, is they want to go see what kind of breaker box we got on this thing. So they want to see if you got fuses or breakers.
They want to know that. Again, that way they know.
That really bothers people. It worries people.
And I'm telling you, the loan's the biggest thing though I've seen. Because a lot of times, you can change that. Again, that can be fixed. It's not something that can't be unreversed. But sometimes it's a major player in the type of loan that they're getting. They can't get those. So that's number one of the 7 home flaws. That can be a big deal for buyers. And then again, the first one is an old electrical panel. You got number 2.
Number 2, I think, is simple, but it's very, I guess it's that curb appeal that we talk about a lot.
A major player.
Yes, window screens, okay? Everybody knows over time your window screens will get kind of wore out. They start turning that real light gray looking color, and then they eventually start getting some hose wore in them. They got the little stringies hanging off of them. So window screens, I think, is a big one, because it's, again, you pull up and get that curb appeal effect. And so I think that makes a big difference to people. It's very probably inexpensive to fix.
Oh yeah, totally.
And could make a big difference.
And here's another reason why. In our area here, a common home is you got all your square footage finished upstairs. You get your 1,500, 2,000 square foot finished upstairs. You got a drive-in basement. So it's almost like you got a 2-story house. For some people, even getting to those things to change them out can be a big deal. So they look at it and they say, those are ripped, those are dingy, those are dull. Again, for the curb appeal part, but they're like, how in the world am I going to get up there? Should I purchase this house and even change them out? They begin to look at it and say, there's an expense. So what do? They get that price down. They try to bring that back down. So again, number 2 is ripped window screens. Number 3 is, and this is a biggie, I think we're going to get a lot of yeses on this one right here. The third flaw that can be a big deal for buyers is the location of the laundry room.
Yeah, this is a big one too.
Big deal. Now, as I just said, we got a lot of homes here, got the drive-in basement. We see the homes that were built, I'm going to say pre-1995, 2000-ish. They put all the laundries down in the bottom. And so again, you can get the one level living, pulling your garage up top, so on and so forth, but you still got to deal with the stairs for the laundry room.
Right.
That's a big
deal. We ain't saying this is
no.
Yeah,
we're telling you what's a big deal for buyers.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
They look at that and they say, well, I'm comparing two homes here. This one's got the right laundry room location. This one doesn't.
Right.
That can be a big deal.
Especially when you're getting into, older people that's looking.
That's right.
They don't want to have to go up and down steps a whole lot. This is just stuff that we hear a bunch, but yeah, that's definitely. So if you can figure out, even if this is a big ordeal, I think, even if you don't say, okay, I'll move.
Yeah, because all that again can be fixed.
All that can be fixed. But a lot of times just giving them that idea of, I know that this closet would work. We could move the laundry room to this closet. Just to even give them an idea of, okay, let them get in their mind before I rule this house completely out.
Right.
That yes, okay, the laundry could be moved here. So
right.
That's always an option.
It's a big deal. Again, we're not telling you any of these things are bad. We're not saying that. We're just telling you what we see when we take buyers into homes. They look at it. These are the things. Again, they're small little things. But buyers look at them and it becomes a big deal for them because, again, they may have this just certain thing that they're looking for in a home. So if the laundry room's in the wrong place, because what do we do all the time? I don't know about anybody else's house, but at my house, Nicole, love her heart, is washing clothes like around the clock. I don't even know how we wear so many clothes. Right. So it's like a big deal if you got to run 40 times up and down the stairs. Right. For some people, they could care less, right?
We just had pig feet over here. Pig feet. Mitch Keaton.
He brought in the pig feet.
He brought in pig feet. Have you ever tried pig's feet?
Never have.
Never have.
When I'm not going to say never will.
I'm going to say
but I'm
never
close
will.
To
I'm going to say never will.
Never will. Yes. Never will. All right, what's number 4?
All right, look here. Hold on. Let's talk.
Talk straight to him, man.
All right, so
I lost my pen here a minute ago.
We're 20, 25, 24 people, 23 people. Let's up our ante back up, people. We were so close. At 38 a minute ago.
Yes,
38
man.
people.
You was ready to take off.
I was so ready to rip my shirt off and get out of here.
Running fast as you go.
So yeah, so let's again. I said a minute ago, let's all invite 5 people.
Bring it on down.
Let's bring them back.
Bring them back.
Let's
come back to the party.
Let's invite them again. We've got a whole topic going on over here now about pig's feet.
Pig's feet.
And we're still talking about bologna and chicken livers. Andrew's, asking Dad, since it's Old Stuff Day, where his laundry room's at. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff
bringing a lot
going
of stuff
on. Dad says he's kicked me out of the wheel. He's going to leave all his stuff to his pet Rocky because of the whole comment. All right, so here we go. Number 4. All right, so I'm going to say, I'm going to say it like this. I don't know if this is the way I mean it, but it's sticky door locks. And I'm going to say that the reason is we've had those houses that we've listed.
You talking about like a front door?
A front door. Any door, really. But especially your front door.
Yes.
Okay? If your front door is hard to lock or unlock, or maybe the wood around the thing's a little bit damaged and makes people think, I wonder if there's people trying to break into this house.
Right.
Look at that from an outsider's point of view.
Exactly.
Because, everybody...
What kind of neighborhood?
Right. Everybody at one point has probably had to try to break into their own house.
Yes.
And they've messed their wood up a little bit right there around their door lock.
Absolutely.
And so when a stranger comes to look at your house, they start thinking, oh my goodness, I bet they got people trying to break in here.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. And so I'm going to say that about the door lock.
Right.
But I'm even going to go a little bit further and say even the appearance of the door lock.
I agree.
A lot of times when people come up to a front door, I'm the world's worst, that I never go in and out my front door.
Mm-mm.
I couldn't tell you
what it looks
like. I don't even have a key to it.
Right.
So, just, my handle's all jacked up, I mean, it needs painted or I need to get a new one or something.
Yeah.
But just something, because that's something that I never see, so I never pay no attention to it.
Yeah, you don't fool with it at all. Yeah. So again, that's number 4, sticky door lock.
Hello, Kathy.
We're talking about, hi Kathy, 7 small home flaws that can be a big deal for buyers. We did
have a question here a minute ago.
We had a question.
And let's see here.
Bring it on down.
I know it was Karen, and I meant to come back to it. She was talking about the fuse box. Let me go back here and see if I can see it. It's probably one of those things we can't answer. Okay, here it is.
Yep.
What if you have a main breaker panel and then you have a fuse box in a separate room for the dryer? Does it need to be updated? What do you think? Thoughts?
Oh, we got to give our thoughts, right?
Yes.
I think you're fine as long as the main electrical panel is up to date. I think you're okay with an older one for, like, again, an auxiliary deep freezer, dryer or something like that. But as long as the main control hub for the home is on a new one, that's my opinion.
It's my opinion too.
Yeah. We can find the answer out to that question by asking someone more qualified than us, but that's my opinion. I think as long as, again, the main source in that home comes from the new electrical panel, I think you will be okay with that. What are you shaking your head at?
I'm shaking my head at Dad.
Right.
Dad said one home fly was having a disrespectful son. I don't know who he's talking about.
Man, not me. I didn't do nothing today. So here's number 5. Again, 7 small home flaws that can be a big deal. Number 5 is the bathtub or the shower. And I'm going to be brief on this one because, again, I saw a thing the other day that the number one thing people look at, that new home buyers are looking for in a home today, is the bathroom.
Right.
They want to see the bathroom. And a bathroom that they called has appeal, whatever that means, is a major selling point for buyers that are currently now new home buyers coming into the market today. So by your bathtub or your shower, one, is there a bathtub shower combo? Is there a bathtub? People with small kids probably going to want that bathtub.
I see that a lot. They don't have a actual tub.
Right.
Just a shower.
Just a shower.
Me personally, that's totally fine. I could care less if I ever had a bathtub.
Right. But again, we're telling you things today that buyers look at that, again, could potentially be a big thing for them. Little flaws that, again, could separate one home from the other. So number 5 is your bathtub. Or your shower.
Go ahead. I'm going to say one more thing. A lot of times people see these, again, not that there's anything wrong with it, but a lot of times people see an older tub, and sometimes they're the blues, the pinks, or the mauves, or the green.
That's what I was meaning by that's what they're looking at.
Yes, yes. So just for clarification, they make paint.
Yes.
That you can paint your bathtub.
Redo the bathtub.
And redo it. So a lot of times people think I got to get a whole new. You don't have to.
Right.
Little sweat equity, a little elbow grease, and you can fix that.
Absolutely. So that's number 5. We're on number 6. Got 2 more to go.
Number 6 is, and again, this is one of them things you got.
It is what it is.
You got what you got.
It is what it is.
You got what you got, but you got to make the best of it. Right. So small closets. A lot of times people, they don't like smaller closets. A lot of times, and I think we've actually talked about this before. If you have small closets, okay, everybody's got at least one in their house, probably. Okay. Unless you've had John Hatfield here who's watching Build Your House. He's probably built you a very spacious closet.
Big old closet.
But
what's up, Hatfield?
Yeah, he's probably on lunch break today. Usually
he's on lunch break at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I forgot what time.
Yeah, you made the mistake.
No, he was home working today. He sent me a picture on Snapchat. He was working on getting quotes.
Oh, yeah.
So he sent me a picture on that. So, yeah. All right, so back to these closets. Again, we've talked about this. If you've got smaller closets, let's start eliminating and keeping our spring, summer, winter, and fall wardrobe in this closet that's got enough clothes to hang about 20 outfits, and we've got 75.
I think I've lost 14 shirts in my closet in the last 12 months because I put them in there and it's so crammed, I lose them.
Right, they disappear. So let's start by taking out what we don't wear, whatever season it is. Okay, for one, if you ain't wore it in the last 2 years, you probably need to go ahead and think about donating it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And then if it's not winter, we don't need our sweaters in there and our hoodies and our jackets and all that stuff. Let's put them in a good tote, stick them down there in the garage or somewhere.
Not
and that way it's going to make your closet look a whole lot bigger. If you got 10 shirts and 2 pair of pants hanging up in your closet, buddy, I don't care what it's going to be. It's going to look a whole lot better.
Sure.
A lot more spacious than it is.
Absolutely.
So I rambled a whole lot longer about these closets than I should have.
Well, but that's a big deal because that's what a lot of people look for. And I guarantee you a lot of people that's watching us today would tell us that is a true thing.
Yes.
If you're looking for a home, you do check out the closets. And we tell you all the time, people's going to open doors. They're going to nose around. They're going to poke around because that's just what they do. So that's number 6 of 7. So here's the last one. And again, sometimes these are what they are. We're just telling you some things that people see as small flaws, but it can become a big deal for buyers. Have we lost you over here? Where'd you go?
I'm trying to read because again, my thing over here.
Okay, gotcha. So here's number 7. The walls of your kitchen. We are told today, again, bathrooms are a big deal. The second thing that's a big deal for new home buyers coming into the market today are kitchens. If you've got a 4-wall kitchen with a doorway, that is a major turnoff to a lot of people because people like what we call the open kitchen plan, the open floor plan. They like those because it feels more roomy, it feels more spacey. They feel they can do more things in the kitchen. Again, not that any of this can be irreversible because you can always knock out a wall. Right. You can always put in what you would call a window or something that you can see through into the rest of your house. But again, these are 7 small home flaws that when buyers go into homes, these are things, again, that are small, but they can become a big deal. Again, when comparing apples to apples, we see this is what a lot of people look at.
So, we thank each and every one of you for listening to today's podcast. Tune in for future episodes by subscribing to our channel and get the latest and greatest real estate information right here on Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live, presented by Elite Realty Group. Until next time, have a great and blessed day.